Wow.
So you've been tearing up OnlyFans. How does that feel?
Yeah, that's been fun. I reckon when it first started, so I launched in like March 1st, and it's arguable because OnlyFans don't post like stats like YouTube do. Like if you want to find out who the #1 YouTuber is, you can easily. But on OnlyFans, everything's so hush hush and private. But for example, I recently passed Johnny Sins in likes on OnlyFans, so I'm technically more popular. I'm a more popular worker than Johnny Sins.
Nice.
Nice.
Which is kind of big.
The big deal as a man. Yeah. It's like a really big deal.
Do they tell you your percentage? It seems like girls are always advertising they're the top 1% or something.
That's everybody.
Yeah. That one, oh man. So it was really delayed for me. But before I launched, like the day before, it was I think 0.34. And then that was the evening before, and then the first day it was 0.01. Which is as low as it goes.
Very nice.
Yeah, I saw a post on there. I am kept well abreast of your OnlyFans, and
you pay for it?
One. No, I mean I can't stop the links from coming to me.
What the fuck, man? That's stealing. You wouldn't download a car.
What like put my eyes out? Like every time they send me Finn's bulge.
You could have just asked.
By the way, they never send me like your ass. I don't even know what that looks like.
Want to know?
No, I'm good. Unless you start right now, that'll get some clicks.
The lie detector is.
You want to get X-rated right now? We'll just blur it out. I mean, we don't want to get struck, but it'd be fun.
I'll send it you on Discord. That'd be such a good reaction clip.
Well, I mean, it can't be as upsetting as what I've been getting sent, which is a lot of bulge. And then I guess at one point you did I'll call it a spread because that's funny. A spread where you were like, I can be masculine or I can be femme. Get on your knees. That's what it says, or something like that. And it's like you with like a blazer on, but just barely hiding your nipples for whatever reason, and in panties or something like that. I vaguely remember. I don't have like artwork of it. And
you got a lot. Sorry, that's like a 30 photo. You got all of those, right? You scroll right to the end.
My friend, I get these every week, a new update whenever you do something more scandalous. And I got one though, which was just like a poll. Because what I had been asking was, how well is he doing? How well? Like, are we talking like a house a month or like 3 houses a month? And they sent me a poll that you had asked, and it had 5,000 or 6,000 upvotes. And it's like, oh, well, it's already a house a month, and we're early on, so we're definitely heading to 2 houses a month soon.
I can update you on that poll, by the way. So that one's public, so I don't really mind talking about it.
Shit. So anybody could vote on that? So that's not a good indicator of your sub count?
No, that's a very good indicator of my sub count, but it's updated. Like there's time has passed and more people have voted. Everyone can only vote once. You got to pay $20 to be able to vote. And there's, I think it's sitting right now at about 14,000 votes on that poll. And that's what everyone seems to be aware of. How many?
Every single person who voted paid $20.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
You asked.
And what's your cut of that 20?
80%.
Yeah.
What was the question you asked?
Yes.
Just a random poll. Like the content of the poll is immaterial. It's how many people voted on it is indicative of what the subscriber count is, because it's not like YouTube where there's a big sub count at the top. So we're trying to use that as a means of finding out. Obviously, he's getting checks, so because
sometimes
so it's really
on OnlyFans
to say how much money was it.
Pay-per-view, right? Like you could have a free OnlyFans, then be like, for $3.99 you can see this picture. For some reason, I thought for $20 you can participate in this poll. That's not.
But $20 to him.
Yeah. So it's I get $20, they get a vote, and that's how people know. A lot of people don't vote.
But did people pay separately to be able to vote?
No, those are his subscribers.
It's like
anyone who's already sub can vote.
OnlyFans is essentially, if you've ever been on there, it's a ripoff of Twitter. It's made exactly to mimic Twitter, but way buggier. It's almost like, imagine if you can't see someone's Twitter feed unless you pay them $20, and then you have access to everything they do.
So it's just a Twitter feed that you have to like go to individual silos and like buy everyone.
That's true, but I'm compelled to say not everyone does it that way. Sometimes they're like, my Twitter feed is free, but certain posts cost money. That way it's easy to build a following, but it's almost pay-per-view, like for each post.
You can do that on OnlyFans as well. You'll be like,
that's what I was
especially
saying.
if you're one of these girls in the early days and you're like, here's my nipple, but here's me sucking my nipple and calling you daddy for 5 minutes. It'll cost you $35 to unlock that video.
Mhm.
Do you do stuff like that?
That's the build off. That's sort of what God, who does that? Peach Jazz does that. Amaranth, I think, does that on one of her accounts. Belle Delphine does something similar where she gets the best of both worlds because she did a sex tape, right? Like about a year ago. And she's just been carrying on doing them. So what she did was her OnlyFans cost like $35 a month. It's a premium. But then she'll also say, like, guess what I did recently? I fucked Mia Khalifa. $50 in DMs or however much it is.
Yeah,
she did that recently, like a week ago.
So she has like specials.
Was it
where it's
actually
like it's
Mia
time
Khalifa?
to juice the numbers?
Yeah, they've yeah.
Oh
clips,
wow,
there's clips on Twitter.
Because I did see her with, I don't know all the like titty girls on the internet, but I do keep up with Belle Delphine. Every now and then, like I'll see what new depravity she has sunk to. No judgment. She's making like 8 houses a month or something like that.
Good for her.
But yeah, she was fucking some other chick, or at least naked with some other chick masturbating. Like last time I peeked in there, but it wasn't Mia Khalifa because I would recognize her. Yeah.
Oh.
So I mean, how could you not? She's like
Mia Malkova. Oh, I'm stupid. Sorry, Mia Malkova.
Oh, that's who it was. Then I saw that. Yeah, I've seen it.
My bad. Thanks, Zach. Yeah, there's like I saw that on Twitter, and
oh, that's
no.
I'm sure Finn had something real well thought out to say there, but I'll say this: Belle Delphine. I know they caught her using that app that makes your face look younger, like in kind of a childish sort of way, because she left the watermark on one of her pictures she uploaded, and people were like, "Can you believe it?" And it's like, dude, she's wearing a first grader's uniform and carrying a Velcro lunchbox. You're surprised she's using an app to make her? What are you talking about?
Yeah, she's pulling out all
crayons. She's like coloring.
She's a Fortune 500 company. You know,
it's funny you said that because when I heard Mia Khalifa, I'm like, hasn't she been a big deal for like 10 years now? She must not be that young.
Did 1 weekend of pornography filming, maybe one set, like one day of filming, and that was uploaded. I don't know how many videos it is, maybe 8 videos or clips or whatever. But that is how she became famous on the internet. I don't think she got paid very much for that, but she's been able to profit from. She's so recognizable and iconic with the glasses, and I don't know what her race is, but I think she's Middle Eastern.
Khalifa.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Like
She's
Wiz
30.
Khalifa.
That's actually younger than I thought.
Yeah.
Good question. Do you like girls in glasses, Kyle?
Yeah, and I think I think I think if you're trying to fucking pass,
my identity is not a costume.
Yeah. My disability.
My disability is not some joke.
Yeah, that's good. I was just saying last week, I hope my eyesight goes soon because I want to wear glasses. I like both these guys have nice nice frames.
Himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're just too much like, yeah, you're coming back in fine now, Finn. So like,
oh yeah,
are you high enough up in like the rankings that like you know the people above you? You're like, oh yeah, I'm familiar with those 15 people. Like you stormed that far up.
It's different how you'd think it'd be. Like I thought it would be like that, where like, you know, you get to a certain point and then you sort of know everyone because there's so many different varieties of people that do like OnlyFans and shit. Like I don't know. There's that one girl that's just a dog. She's just that's her whole thing. Like she pretends to be a dog for that. You know, there's you know like the big names, like you'll know Amaranth or Belle Delphine or something like that, and you know they're massive. Or Mia Malkova or Mika, all these people. But like there's some variety. The number one, there's the number one dude on OnlyFans is like Amaranth, but like fucking jacked. Cool. He's got like 1 million followers on there, and I have never met a single person that knows he exists. There was a moment on stream where I realized exactly what my chat was into because I said, "Have you heard of this fucking dude? He's like jacked, this big manly dude on OnlyFans. You guys would be into that. You're all, you know, a little fruity." And then no one knew him. So that really placed what my audience was into.
They're like, a big jacked guy? What am I? I'm not gay. Like, I
want to look at the girly guy's bulge. I want to look at that guy's dick.
Disgust me. Bend over. I wrote down, I wanted to ask you, Finn, what was like the bridge too far? Like an internal like limit in your head where you're like, all right, I'm not getting fake tits. Are you gonna fold your dick and balls up into a fake pussy?
No, I'm not doing that. I think how do you mean? Like, what's the one step too far?
Yeah, is there like a limit in your OnlyFans where you're like,
well,
yeah,
no, I want to know what's
it.
the step before it's too far. Like that's
a better
that's
question.
what I want to know.
Yeah. what's the most you're willing to do?
When the thing with Belle that I had to really quickly clarify, because everyone just assumed that we fucked, and that was something on OnlyFans. I can tell you that. Fuck it. Do you want to hear some like actual some dollar amounts? Because it's kind of funny how it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
That Belle Delphine picture made me $50,000 posting that on Twitter.
Wow.
Like, right? And then I had to clarify. Oh yeah, and by the way, 1 month later, when all those subs renew, no one stayed subs because they all thought that we fucked. We did not fuck, and I had to like make an Instagram story. It was like, I don't do porn. I'm not gonna do porn. That's not what I'm gonna do. I'm very sorry.
Are you single right now?
Yeah. Well,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So I'm
sort of, I'm all over the place. You know, a fun thing that happens when you start an OnlyFans is that people start hitting you up for shit. Like I'll get hit up by relatively popular people that also have an OnlyFans, dude. So some of the hottest women on earth will hit me up in my DMs and say like, "Hey, do you want to collab?" And they do porn. So that is essentially a professional business email for, "Hey, you want to fuck?" Which is cool as fuck, and I have to turn them down every time. So
you're like, no,
you don't have to. That's not true.
That's true, but they want to film it, and like,
yeah.
You should sit. My move would always be, let's do a test run. See how we feel about each other.
That's fucked up.
Well, because I don't want to upload content if we're both not feeling it. You don't do that. So we do a test run, make sure we like each other, and then we come back around full circle and see what we think.
It's called business due diligence. I don't make any sort of business decisions without trying every way from Sunday to see how it works.
I do really love the idea. Me and a friend of mine have been joking around about the idea of like I should film something. Just get something recorded because we both really like the idea, the aesthetic of having like a USB, just a random shitty flash drive, just like with scrawled across it like sex tape, and it's worth like I don't know how much that shit would be worth. Like I reckon I could clear like a good $500,000 to $1 million if I released the sex tape.
Any chance that you like escalate to that? Like it's Belle Delphine, right? She went ages and never showed her labia, right? Like that was like her sort of calling card until she did. And then it wasn't long before that when she was actually doing like penetrative sex. Do you think that you'll ever escalate beyond where you are now?
Oh yeah, no. So the plan is to just keep going because it's only been a thing for like 2.5 months. So the plan is every month I'm just gonna keep upping it a bit. I think it would be a bit like it'd be like spoiling a movie if I said where I wanted it to go by X time. But yeah, no, I'll get
I respect
bigger.
it. I respect it. Yeah, get in on the ground floor, boys. Finster with the one.
Yeah,
I need like an investor tier option.
You want to get your username into Finn's feed as much as possible. That way, one day he recognizes it and he thinks, "Oh, I know that guy."
Maybe I'll fuck that guy.
Have a personal relationship at this point that we've built over the years.
If you give Finster $35 a month, there's a non-zero chance you'll have sex with him.
I mean, this is the secret. This is the secret that OnlyFans people don't want you to know is they want a relationship with you personally. They try to keep it under wraps, but they love it when you reach out and like
okay, come to their house. It's great. We love meeting you. We always fuck you. That's the rule.
What?
No.
We always fuck you.
No,
with a claymore.
Amaranth gets up. Fuck it. If you follow Amaranth's like second account on Twitter, I think it's like every week she's like, "Look at this new stalker that we got on CCTV trying to break into my home." It's fucked.
Oh, yikes!
It sucks being that popular.
She's uncomfortably attractive. That's a good looking lady.
I think she's fun. Like I see her interviewed now and then, and they asked her something about her fans, and she's like, they can't really type that well with one hand. Like,
that's funny. I could not tell you what her voice sounds like. I have no idea.
Couldn't pick it out of a lineup, but I've heard.
Could not pick her voice out, but I know exactly what she looks like.
Yeah,
she's been on a couple good podcasts. She's been on all the interviews. She did Anthony Padilla.
Yeah, but I've got to listen to somebody a lot, especially if it's a woman's voice, to be able to differentiate it from other women. Don't you think that's true? Like it's harder to differentiate women's voices from one another than it is men's. Men seem distinctive to me.
Maybe I guess I
like
never
men
really given
more, I
that
guess
much
there's-
thought.
I guess
There's
me
like, I mean,
Hmm.
is this one of those like all women sound alike sort of thing? It's quickly
they do
taking a
sound
step
higher.
to that.
yeah,
They sound a high
they're all
pitch.
high pitched and whiny. Stop! Stop! Stop!
Ouch! Yeah, you know how women are.
Jesus Christ.